do you guys remember this lady called Jacinta? Now, Ghanaian people are reacting and they are happy, rejoicing over the arrest of that lady called Jacinta, a leader of March to March. Let's hear what they are saying about her, because all of them are happy now, saying that she deserves it. Guys, let's watch the video that I can be able to put together. Then we come back with commentary. Always, my name is Zuma, and kudos goes to the original creator whose video is used on this episode. For disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes and creating awareness on social media. Guys, let's hear what they are saying. Then we come back with commentary.
Hi guys, good morning. So Jacinta has been arrested, right? Or she handed herself over to the police. And I saw the March and March page this morning posted, and they said our leader is at the police station. Because yesterday they released a statement saying that she was gonna hand herself over to the police today. So they did an update that she's there because the police has criminally charged Jacinta for inciting violence on illegal foreigners. And you know, one thing that I'm interested to see, I want to see you guys, Nina, niyamlontsha unti. That's the problem with it. Niyamlontsha unti. Yabona uJacinta nje benimqobela kangaka. The way you guys were clapping and hyping it up, ukuthi yeah, your true colors are gonna show. Not even one of you are going to go and support Jacinta. Not even one of you are gonna take time off at work, take time off your programs and go and support Jacinta. I dare you to. And one of those charges that she's acquiring now, and those court appearances, you will be nowhere to be found, Nina. Ninjalo niyabalontsha. Same thing leniyenza kuZandile. Yabona uZandile has been scarce ngoku. There was a court ruling. You guys you were hyping her up. Zandile. Into xa zimkhalela umuntu faces things alone. Anikho nini. That is the problem with you guys. Nansi ingxakini. Yabona? So I want to see what's gonna how it's gonna play out for Jacinta, but the March and March people were like, we will not be deterred, and don't. I also saw the Lanco, the MK group Laco, the one that also goes to places and demand people to be, the foreigners to be removed, and that they must hire South Africans. I don't know their programs. I'm just talking about what I've seen here on TikTok. So they also, I saw their leader posted on Facebook this morning, we must support Jacinta because what's happening to her, it's gonna happen to us. Let's quickly read though. Let's read this quickly. You see, they posted this an hour ago. I think this was around 8 or 9. It says our leader is now at the police station, will not be deterred. Okay, this statement was released yesterday. It said that the March and March movement has received the interesting news that the South African Police Service has decided to criminally charge our leader and founder, Mrs. Jacinta Zuma, for allegedly inciting public violence against illegal immigrants. 2, we note the attitude of the state towards the South African citizens who are merely fighting for the rights of the disenfranchised and downtrodden people of South Africa. 3, we have come to conclusion that indeed it is easy to arrest and abuse voters and taxpayers while foreign nationals who are here illegally continue to sell drugs and illicit goods unabated. 4, our leader, as a law-abiding citizen, will tomorrow at 7:30 hand herself over to the police station in order to be formally charged and appear in court. 5, we wish to warn the apartheid apologists that we will not be deterred. We will not stop fighting until our people are free and liberated from modern-day occupation of their country by criminals from all over the world. Hey!
I think the worst thing that has happened is that the Ghanaian government has actually written a letter summoning our government. You heard me correct, summoning them because of a video that was trending on social media, and they say that that video amounts to xenophobia. And I'm so disappointed in the South African government, but I don't even know why, because I mean, I know that's just how government is. We have like a very, very myopic government. So the government went and had a meeting, etc., etc., and they did not clarify that South Africa has an immigration crisis right now. And to maintain the good relationship that we have with Ghana, they couldn't just say, we apologize if you feel that what is happening is wrong. However, our country has to enforce its laws, because we won't go to Ghana and tell the Ghanaian government what to do. Because in our country, what I saw in that video, nobody was being hit, nobody was being violent, etc., etc. That Ghanaian man was just told, politely so, please, you're not in the country with the correct documents, you're not supposed to be here, and you know this, and he knows it himself. But now why would our government choose to make that man a victim of something that didn't happen? The Minister of Police, an entire Minister of Police, just issued a statement lying, saying that there were attacks on Ghanaians. Where did the attacks happen? Because there's also another video that's happening where in Durban there was an incident of violence where the men who had been part of the march with Ungizwe were violent, which is incorrect, of course, but they were violent with a South African man who was stealing phones at the time when they were walking, stealing from them. That is a person from South Africa. It's not a foreigner. Now the whole world is claiming that man was a foreigner and was being hit for being foreign in South Africa. So guys, I just want to find out from you, like, do you ever think that we as a country will ever be able to enforce our laws correctly without interference from the rest of the world telling us that when we are enforcing our laws against their citizens who have broken our country's laws, we are the ones that are wrong? Our government has failed to protect us from criminals. Our government has failed to protect us from illegal miners, people doing drugs. They failed to protect us from people just mushrooming everywhere, opening shops. And if the citizens of the country are saying that they're tired, we also have rights as South Africans. And those rights are also in the Constitution. We are also allowed to enforce our citizens' arrests. We're allowed to do that. But now they keep hiding behind the fact that we're not immigration officers. You've only got 800 immigration officers in the whole country, 800. With a population of 65 million. And that is excluding illegal immigrants. So if you calculate and you do the numbers, 800 immigration officers for a population of, say, 80 million people, let's say that. That means one immigration officer for 1 million people. Does that sound practical to our government? And they keep hiding behind the Constitution that is oppressing the very same South Africans that is supposed to be protecting. So I don't understand. The police are the first people to always say, let's work with the communities to fight crime. When the communities are offering themselves to you as the police to say, we are going to be helping you, you start creating fake stories and succumbing to pressure from things that didn't happen. Because you just can't be a government that has a backbone and stand by its people and tell the truth. And tell the truth, just tell the truth. That's all that we're asking. Tell the rest of the world that you have an immigration crisis. There are millions and millions of people that you don't know who they are that are committing crime in the country, and they're undocumented, walking around. Your prisons are full, and there are buildings that are being hijacked. There are jobs that are mushrooming everywhere with hundreds and hundreds of people working there who are unknown because they don't have documents so that people can avoid paying tax and paying them the minimum wage. What is so difficult about saying that your South African children do not have spaces in school because there's foreigners who want to accommodate their own children? What is so difficult about saying that your resources are overstretched, your hospitals, your buildings, your streets, everywhere it's overpopulated because you have people in millions that you don't know? What is so difficult about saying, yes, we appreciate the role that you played and you helped us during the struggle. However, that does not mean you must hold us at ransom and make us not to apply our laws, because then you are no different to the apartheid government. You are a government that is failing your own people because you want to look good to the rest of the world. You can't call all those people from all those African countries and their embassies and tell them that this is the problem that we have. You have too many people who are coming from other countries who are falling apart, whose economies are not sustainable, whose governments are failing them, whose laws from their countries they don't want to abide by. But our country is a free-for-all, and you can no longer take it because your own citizens are suffering. What kind of government is this? And then you have people in South Africa who have the nerve of complaining because they think that they are not as affected as they should be. There are people who are crying because they are runners and they are not able to go and buy certain things for people. We understand your frustration, we know. But at the end of the day, we're not fixing this country just for you, but it's for the future of your own children and your families in future. Because if there's more and more and more illegal immigrants, you can't be more worried about one aspect of it and forget the rest. What about the crime? What if the people that you're trying to protect today are the same people that are going to kill some of your family members and they're never going to be found because we don't know who they are? What if one day your sisters and brothers graduate and they don't find a job because there's jobs being taken over by people we don't know? Yes, fair enough, you are affected right now, by that inconvenience, which we understand is not easy. But please don't try and bash other people's efforts because it's not easy. Our lives are under threat. We get sworn at, we get harassed, we get called names, everything. And we're trying to make South Africa better for you. And our government is not even on our side, which makes it even more difficult. We're fighting a system and all we're asking is for you to understand.
Now Jacinta. You're calling me a clown. You're saying good to me. Now I'm using your name to gain fame. What fame, Jacinta? The same tactic that you used to gain fame, using foreigners and Zimbabweans. So it's safe to say what I learned from the best again. Let's just say it's a monkey see, monkey do kind of situation. Yeah, by the way, it means Trevor Noah has nothing on me. I'm probably the funniest man in South Africa, if not Africa. Yeah. Ngishama jokes ngize ngene ku status wakho. That's the power and influence I've got over your life, Jacinta. You know, Jacinta, funny enough, I hate myself for saying this. You've got so much potential. You've got so much potential of becoming the next mayor of eThekwini. You don't even need Utata, Herman Mashaba, and Action SA. Action SA needs you because they've got no support in the KZN. So now they want to use you, nje. You know? Ayibahamba baloku bakoleka ama-influencer nale kuruleni sibonile nala manje. So Jacinta, don't commit the same mistake usisi wakho Zandile Dabula Qunta Mafu ayenzile. Today they're just another ghost house. They nowhere to be seen. House to let. So hambo mbuza uqunta Mafu kuthi ngobani mina. Ngu the comeback I want. So you don't want to pick a battle against me. Mina, if you want a battle, ngikufuna 3 debate kuphela. Na Durban network, bakhona abafana be Durban network. I think mina now we are mutual. We're not even friends, but we are mutual. So Durban network something can materialize through bone. We easy, good back tall, we easy, good bang tall. We can sit and have a proper debate mina now. Hayi lento lezi semafonini lo ngibiza ngeclown, nami ngikubiza ngecry baby. Asingene ku debate sibone ukuthi who's going to come out kuleyo debate leyo. Zokuslice me. As far as the debate is concerned, by the way. So ungangizami Jacinta, I'm the last one. And now nalabangani bakho labo abongizwe no phakela bathakathi. Yekela lento yenu ukudisrespect abantu besegiyani. Niburini nukayitsakangi ashbilongo kagaza imaka yan'wina. Hikombela mithika ka timhaka ta n'wina. Yamkombela loko mi ya dila na timhaka ta n'wina le Eastern Cape hina hi humeseni kwalano Jacinta hi humeseni kwalano mi dila na Nigeria man'wina la mi tshika papa pheni futhi hi ta hlangana ka debate mina na wena u ta xidonda nkani xichangani.
Guys, I hope you guys are seeing what they're saying about Jacinta. Is it true that what she's doing is not right? Because me, I don't understand. You know, when all this thing is going on, you don't know where to stand or what to say. But if you know that what Ghanaians are saying about her is true, or you have watched where she was doing the violence, conducting the violence, because on the video that I have watched, the one I have seen is where she was asking that man, a Ghanaian man, a question that he doesn't want any illegal. They doesn't want any illegal foreigner in their country. Then Ghanaian now pick an offense, and she's now defending herself that there's no way they did any violence at all. That the only thing that they know they did is that they are busy doing their job by telling illegal foreigners to leave their country. That is the only thing she did. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to say about this. But if you know the truth and what you are going to say, just put it down in the comment section so that we learn from your own or from your experience. If you made this video so far, don't forget to like, share, and comment, and always put on your notification bell so that anytime I'm dropping new episode, you notify. See you guys on my next video. Bye.